I wasn't planning on anything, wasn't in the market at all, if you will. Open to it, but not really thinking it was some part of reality or anything like that. So just keep that in mind, that there are those who are looking and who are open. And she wasn't, again, looking for polygyny, but she said, I happen to tick all of those boxes. Assalamu alaikum, peace. I'm Coach Nazir.
And I'm Coach Nyla.
And we are the founders, 2 of the 3 founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as authors of Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. All right, with that being said, we want to address something today that's a common myth, if you will, and common misconception also. That's dealing with, how is it? It's traditionally said like this. I'm going to say it in a more mature way so we can get something from it. But basically what it's saying is that, from all the pool of good men out there, how come you don't just go ahead and, find a great man to marry and practice monogamy with? It's usually stated in the comments or something like, why don't you just get your own man? Why you got to marry somebody else's husband? And all that. And that's just how they probably be saying when they type it. I can get your own man. Why you got to marry somebody else's husband? Get your own. It's mine. That's what that's how I come across when we read those comments. Especially when it's in large caps. Because that means it's important. I'm emotional. Anyway. But yeah, so why not get your own man then?
See that they have something nice, so you just want to slide on in type of thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's not it's not that simple. Now there might be women out there who, I keep saying there's women out there who want polygyny. Like, they want polygyny. They have their own thing going on, and that's better for them. However, that wasn't me. I wasn't looking for polygyny. I was in a monogamous marriage before, and it failed. But just because it failed, didn't mean like, oh yeah, well, let me go look for polygyny now because monogamy didn't work. Type of thing. It's just that there's no buy a good husband store out there. So, it's not one of those things where people think that you're like, oh yeah, let me just go pick one, let me go down the line in this list and this, aisle and have to find a good husband store, because I don't know. If y'all know where that is, you know what I'm saying? No. Nah, I ain't seen that. If y'all know where it is, let me know. But I can let some other people know, because I ain't looking for, I got one already. But anyway,
well, we have daughters, so we still need to know anyway.
Yeah, please let us know where the good husband store is. Anyway, but that's the thing. However, what I was looking for, the things that I decided to really make a list, I guess, kind of a mental list. It wasn't like really just a list I had on paper. But after failing in marriage, in a place where I didn't have it all thought out, saying, what do I want it to look like? What do I want it to be like, or anything like that? Not having that at first and failing miserably. I'm like, you know what? I need to take more control of that, of what I want it to look like, and what I want in a husband, especially being a single parent. I've been a single parent twice around after, a failed marriage, and I'm like, we'd like to interrupt this video to let you guys know to make sure you are registered for the Women's Polygyny Masterclass. Yes, it's our 4-part Polygyny Masterclass with your coaches, Coach Nyla
and Coach Fatimah.
And we are going to talk about different things in preparing and thriving and growing in polygyny.
Yeah, and your co-wife connection. Everybody asks us, so we're going to go there. We're going to talk about all those things. We really hope you guys join us.
So make sure you click the link in the description and don't forget to register. We'll see you soon. Now let you get back to the video. No, okay, I want somebody that's a leader. I want somebody that's handsome, because you want somebody that's pleasing to the eye. I mean, it may not be, the main thing that women look for, but that's a plus. And, just these leadership qualities and being a single parent, I know what it's like or when I knew what it was like to just really work really hard and to actually want somebody, a companion that has your back, that your kids can look up to, that you can trust with.
Okay, but
that's
all
whatever.
right. But how does that lead to polygyny?
This is how. The person who checked those boxes was married already. So that's how that goes. The thing is that what they say, they have that comment that people say the good men are like married already, are taken already, or or it's certain
don't like women.
Oh yeah, that's it. Or don't like women. I was like, it's another thing. But I've always remembered that thing where it's like they taken already. I'm like, dang, that is like story of my life. I'm seeing that type of thing, and not that I was just out there looking, because I just had to live my life and do my thing. But being Muslim, or when I was studying Islam, people were like, oh, they can have more than one, the husband can have more than one wife, they can have more than one wife. That wasn't the thing that I was looking for, but I was like, oh, that's intriguing. That, as I studied about it, and I was like, let me study about it. Studied about it, it made a whole lot of sense, especially for people who are single parents, especially for women who, enjoy having a bigger family, all these different things, right? So, the person that checked the boxes that I saw in my life was you. And it was extra stuff too, which was those other benefits too, for my children, what I wanted to see. So it's, it wasn't the point of looking for polygyny or...
Pause. See, this is very interesting, fellas. You have to really pay attention if you're watching the video. I wasn't looking for polygyny. I wasn't out there fishing and all that kind of stuff. But just like I let brothers know, you should become more attractive. All right, raising your leadership skills because people are looking. Again, like we said, we don't need find a good husband story to begin with, but we are looking for good men for our daughters. And some of our daughters want to practice polygyny. Okay, so if you are getting better, you will be noticed. I wasn't planning on anything, wasn't in the market at all, if you will. Open to it, but not really thinking it was some part of reality or anything like that. So just keep that in mind, that there are those who are looking and who are open. And she wasn't, again, looking for polygyny, but she said, I happen to tick all of those boxes. Think about that. All right, let's continue.
So, that's not the thing. Not that I was looking for polygyny. However, you have the other benefits of it, and the more I guess made my list, the more I saw that that was good. Of course, in the way I was brought up, it would have been more ideal for me to be in monogamy, to have that person in monogamy, because that's how I was brought up. That that if a man is interested in someone else, then he's not really interested in you, and that you have your husband, you don't want a half a man or a piece of a man or all these different things like that, because the mentality was someone cheating, type of thing. It was never an idea or even brought up that polygyny was an option. Like, this was a thing that...
So did you see many successful, healthy, monogamous marriages coming out?
No.
So were people in your family that were talking about these things, you heard these things from, were they involved in marriages at all, or were they involved in marriages with infidelity? They were cheating, or the husband's cheating possibly, or what was the norm?
Crazy thing all around the board, but mainly the main thing was the single parent type household. I was raised by a single parent who was raised by a single parent. My grandma was a single parent. My grandma, to the point where my granddad or my uncle's dad told my grandma that you will never get my name. My son can have my name, but you would never get my name, that type of thing. And I'm like, to the point that I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to get married. When I grew up, I was like, can I have the kids to kick the guy to the curb, type of thing, because I'm like, I can have some type of influence over the kids, but if this is what if marriage looks like or relationships look like, I don't really want that. It wasn't until I saw healthy marriages as an adult that I was like, man, I want this marriage thing. And then not only that, I was a single parent, and my oldest son, and it was hard, and not that you just want someone to just be like, oh yeah, take this weight off me, but you want to share your dreams with this person. You want to do these different things, and it's not that simple as going to a store and saying, hey, these are just a list of stuff I want. Let me pick this, or let me go to the Build a Man workshop, or Build a Husband workshop and make this guy that I want, type of thing. So your life, I believe that that the Most High is going to put people in your life for a reason, or give these opportunities to you. And it's up to us to really, see if that's for us, if we can seize the moment, seize the opportunity and things like that.
My mentors told me, that listen, when you seize an opportunity, you need to seize the opportunity. So you just saying that, all right, you like this, ticked all the boxes. I know polygyny is available. Let me shoot my shot.
Yeah, and he could have said no.
Shoot the J.
Could have said no. My Wakil, let my Wakil know. My Wakil let whoever my Wakil had to let know. All I know that he didn't say no.
12 years later.
So that's the thing, because people think that too. They think that, oh, well, you're looking for polygyny. Like, I just have all this, or the incoming wife or something like that, a woman who's looking for polygyny, or looking at the man who's already married or something like that. Like, she has all this power that once she say, hey, I want to marry you, dad's like, okay, yeah, he go around and,
become an idiot at that point.
Become an idiot, It's like he has that choice to say yes or no. So, could have been a no. And alhamdulillah, it wasn't a no. So,
now he's making this video right now.
Exactly.
Nevertheless, yeah. So that's that's part of it. That's what's up, So getting back to the whole original thing. Unfortunately, women have a much harder challenge when it comes to getting married and being married, especially in today's society where morals aren't part of the norm.
Right.
The traditional nuclear family, husband, wife, children, and so on is not as common as it used to be. So much so that you get people, companies, big companies, whether it's Macy's or different companies that like to run ads with, they have the white family with the father and the mother and the kids, and the Latino family, all of that Asian. But when it comes to black, she's your mom just with kids. And how do we do that?
That's so true when it comes to that, because like I said, I was a single parent, raised by a single parent who was raised by a single parent. And he made a comment, Coach Nyla just made a comment about how difficult it can be, especially in this day and age. Just imagine if you already have a child or two, it can make it that much harder because there's these different stigmas put on you. All right, well, just wanted to let you know that. Let's continue.
So when you see that and it's so common all the way around you, it's not something that everybody is part of. And then the challenge is that even those who are raised in traditional nuclear families, we already know that most of marriages fail anyway. And the ones we talk about are monogamy. And since we're just simply pro-moral, so it doesn't matter monogamy or polygyny, we want to help raise people's fulfillment and joy in their marriages. So seeing the dysfunction, a lot of things that come from it, it just makes more sense to try to find a man that is a man of value, that has strong values, that wants to be on the same page, or at least is moving in the same direction you want to go, and marry somebody who has either a track record of proving it versus rolling the dice with someone who doesn't, and then ending up, in a more peculiar situation. And again, it's more challenging for women because the cost of sex is higher for women. You have to depend on somebody, you know what I'm saying? So you're getting pregnant, you have sex, you get pregnant, that baby gonna be with you, whether or not he chooses to be or not. So it's wise to choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, polygyny is just another form of marriage. So whether or not that may apply to you, it's simply another form, it's another option. And that option is not just for those who may have been divorcees, or some who have never been married before and stuff like that. Again, we have 3 daughters, never been married, never been in a relationship, and they prefer polygyny. So they want their husband to actually go ahead and practice polygyny. Think on that for a little bit. But again, they were educated properly, they saw it firsthand, everything else on what it is, and they understand it's another form of marriage with this many benefits. And for them, they chose that and they want to choose that for the future. And and my other two daughters, they chose monogamy and they're married and stuff like that as well. So again, it's a choice. We're simply pro morals.
So, I like that. I like
and the reason you just go get your own man, your own single man, and all this stuff with again is to sum it up is will be what?
To sum it up is that there's no single, get your own man store out there, but also.
What's the old adage that go, a good man is hard to find? That was around before we was born.
And that's true. That's not just a saying because, you've run into men throughout your life, all throughout your life, so, but being able to, like you said, have one that checks the boxes, like I said earlier, and that, is the person you want a winning team. I did a video a while back and say, are you choosing losers to be on your winning team? So when it comes down to it, you want to make sure you have that winning team. And a lot of times those who can lead a winning team are showing this proven track record that they can do it by actually being married already. So like I said, they can always say no, but if they're able to prove that, they man enough for the job and they say yay, then, it is what it is.
And let's get it. Try this poly thing and enter a whole world of a bunch of different dynamics. So for those interested in learning more about that, especially the men, I did a polygamy masterclass in 4 parts for men. Get those details and everything in the description. But with that, we good to wrap.
I think so.
All right, let's end on some GLC then.
All right, make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly,
and connecting on our level every single day. Make sure in the comments, let us know if you made it all the way to the end, you saw the whole video and everything else. Let us know by putting the word good man.
Good man. I like
good
that.
Man.
Good man.
Good God fearing. Okay.
Good man.
Put good man in the comments.
So,
Peace. Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.